What's up, strong parents? I've had a couple people reach out and ask me how to do a push-up, so that's what we're gonna go over this week. Today we're gonna talk about the biomechanics of doing a proper push-up, and then later we'll talk about progressions and basically how to get a push-up over time, get better at them. So, starting out with the biomechanics of a push-up, the first thing I look at when I teach a client a push-up is, are they maintaining spinal stability? This is the key tenet of all of our lifting. Remember, we want to keep a neutral spine position. We don't want to be hyperflexed, hyperextended, or moving through range of motion on our spine when we're doing a push-up. We want to lock our spine into a neutral position and move through our arms, not through our trunk. Once we have that baseline neutral position, then the next place we're gonna go is to our hand placement. When I set up for a push-up, standard push-up, we can mix different widths, grips, things in, but for a standard push-up, what I'm looking for is my hands to be about shoulder width apart. The way I coach that is I take my thumb, I want my thumb to be on the outside of my shoulder. That's about the width that we want, okay? That's a comfortable shoulder position. We can operate from there. Finally, the last thing I'm looking at when I teach a push-up is the elbow angle. We've talked about this a little bit with our shoulder mechanics. We want to make sure that we are keeping our rotator cuff on in a push-up, and a simple way to think about that is, instead of coming down with our elbows flared outward, we want to come down with a slight tuck in our elbows. We don't want them tucked all the way inward. We want them tucked such that we have about 45 degrees at the armpit. That's how we keep our shoulder nice and stable throughout that movement. Those three tenets: core stability, trunk stability, keeping a neutral spine; 2, proper hand placement; and then 3, tucking our elbows slightly to keep our rotator cuff on and our shoulder stable. Those are the proper mechanics when we are doing a push-up.